Okay, welcome. Thank you all for coming. We really appreciate it. And it's quite a treat tonight. I'm so glad to see all you lovely people on this night dedicated to love. Love is by far the most popular genre in the pop and the musical theater group. Any guesses as to what percentage of songs are about love? I heard what?
10,000.
Well, to be perfectly honest, they did a survey and it's almost 98%. So we've got a lot to choose from and you're going to get quite a mix of them tonight. And let me first say that there are many categories of love, and tonight we will regale you with an assortment of them. So I want you to sit back and feel the passion, but before you do, please turn off your cell phones. Thank you, and we will get on with the show.
Love is a many-splendored thing. It's the April rose that only grows in the early spring. Love is nature's way of giving a reason to be living, a golden crown that makes a man a king. Once on a high and windy hill, in the morning mist, two lovers kissed and the world stood still. Then her fingers touched my silent heart and taught it how to sing. Yes, true love's a many-splendored thing. Yes, true love is a many-splendored thing. Tonight we are celebrating Valentine's Day. As Jim Gaffigan once put it, without Valentine's Day, February would just be, well, January. So we would be remiss not to open our show with that old favorite, My Funny Valentine. Written in 1937 by Rodgers and Hart for the show Babes in Arms, it is a tale of the swooning, passionate, often misguided first love, but the mature love that often lasts a lifetime.
I love you all in a funny kind of way. Do you think that love is sad? Or is it funny? Or is it amazing? Or is it just my funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine? You make me smile with your heart. Your looks are laughable, unphotographable, yet you're my favorite work of art. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little weak when you open up to speak? Are you smart? So don't say a hair for me, not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentines, stay. Each day is Valentine's.
day.
So, let's talk about some other kinds of love, or lack of it. Many of us still remember our first love, the love at first sight that sometimes leads to heartbreak.
My love is not even worth singing about. What is this thing called love? And we all wish for it. Why? It's only going to take us and make us miserable. I know. You think it can't happen to you. But you just wait. And when it does happen to you, what is this thing called love? This funny thing called love. How do I solve its mystery? Why should it make a fool of me? I saw you there one wonderful day. You took my heart and threw it away. That's why I asked the Lord in heaven above, what is this thing called love?
You know, love has its highs and love has its lows. But love at its worst just doesn't seem like something you can handle sometimes. And I'm talking about not the good times or the bad times, but the times in between. And that's what this particular song is about, times in between. I've tasted love, sweet honey and spice, with a beautiful lady or two. And I've sung a love song that sounded so nice. Hell, I've even written a few. But now I'm all alone in the middle of the night, when the stars are all shining above, wondering just what went wrong when it all seemed so right. It's time that I fell in love. Yes, when I fall in love, I'm only singing the blues. And lonely's a love song with no one to sing it to. Now all of the loves and the heartaches I've known are memories of times in my past. And if memories are all that I'll ever own, then I hope that I've not seen my last. Now when I sing a love song, it isn't the same as the times when I sang it before. 'Cause I'm singing to a memory or only a name, and it don't mean a thing anymore. Yes, when I sing of love, I'm only singing the blues. Lonely's a love song with no one to sing it to. Lonely's a love song with no one to sing it to. Thank you.
If you haven't experienced love at first sight, you may be wishing for your own special enchanted evening. Some enchanted evening, you may see a stranger. You may see a stranger across a crowded room, and somehow you'll know there and then that somewhere you'll see her again and again. Some enchanted evening, you may hear her laughing. You may hear her laughing across the crowded room. And somehow you'll know there and then the sound of her laughter will sing in your dreams. Who can explain it? Who can tell you why? Fools give you reasons, wise men never try. Some enchanted evening, when you find your true love, when you feel her call you across a crowded room, then fly to her side and make her your own. Or night after night you may dream all alone. Once you have found her, never let her go. Once you have found her, never let her go. To quote Lucille Ball about her dashing Desjardins, it wasn't love at first sight. It took us a full 5 minutes. So hang in there, you never know. This next story is more like love at second sight. A remarkable and moving story.
Following the birth of her son Gavin, Carrie Horto suffered a massive stroke and seizure. She was placed in a medically induced coma. Upon awakening, both her long-term and her short-term memory were erased. She didn't know who she was. She didn't know who her family was. Camry couldn't even remember that she had given birth to her son. Months passed, and she still didn't remember her husband, Steve, or her family. Steve recalled the poignant moment when, despite not recognizing him, she expressed, "I don't know who you are, but I know I love you." The book recounts their 10-year love marriage. Steve penned a book, and he called it, "But I Know I Love You." Their marriage this book started from their very first date, through their wedding, to the birth of their son. The book proved effective because it helped Camry to retrieve her memories. Today, she recognizes, she remembers Gavin, Steve, and her family.
Even though Somerset Maugham said love is only a dirty trick played on us to achieve continuation of the species, it is nonetheless what most humans aspire to. Here is another age-old love theme. Boy meets boy. Boy Boy meets girl. Boy loses girl. Boy gets girl.
Bob Harvey first met Annette Atkins during study hall in 1955 and was immediately smitten. I couldn't take my eyes off of her, he told the New York Times. She had auburn hair and a stunningly beautiful face, and her eyes were just, wow. The two teens ended up going to prom together, but as many young relationships go, they lost touch after high school and married other people. Harvey never forgot about Atkins, though. In 2017, after his wife died, he searched Atkins on Google and discovered she'd also become widowed. He sent her a card with his phone number, and after chatting for a bit, Harvey drove 500 miles to visit her, stopping only for gas and a bouquet of carnations. I handed her the flowers, and then I cupped her face in my hand and said, "Whether you like it or not, I'm going to kiss you." In October, the high school sweethearts married at a 50s-style diner and danced to Johnny Mathis, just like they did at prom 63 years earlier. Look at me, I'm as helpless as a kitten up a tree. I feel like I'm clinging to a cloud I can't understand. I get misty just holding your hand. Walk my way, and 1,000 violins begin to play. Well, it might be the sound of your hello, that music I hear. I'm too misty the moment you're near. You can say that you're leading me on, but it's just what I want you to say. Don't you notice how hopelessly I'm lost? That's why I'm following you. On my own, should I wander through this wonderland alone, never knowing my right foot from my left, my hat from my glove? I'm too misty and too much in love. I'm too misty and too much in love.
Another story in that vein. Someone once said, "It is not love that makes a relationship complicated. It's the people that do." Our next story is boy meets boy. Boy loses boy. Boy gets boy. It illustrates how complicated love once was for gays and lesbians. A gay man recently married his long-term partner, told his friends they had been engaged for as long as most of their friends had been married. 48 years of being engaged? This next story illustrates that phenomenon.
Need proof that love is worth the wait? Dominic Spence and Nick Gilliard met while they were in high school. They lost touch when they headed to college. Dominic attended the University of Central Florida in Orlando, while Nick headed off to college in Kentucky. When Nick was helping a friend move into her dorm at UFC, they reconnected. Nick asked Dominic out to dinner. Nick posted on Instagram the following day, "That night we talked for hours. We closed the restaurant." For the next 7 years, they dated long distance. In 2015, in London, Dom and Nick got engaged. 2 years later, they were married. As Nick confided to their friends, "Dominic and I feel lucky to have found each other in our teens, although falling in love with another man felt a bit scary, even more than we imagined. It forced us to face society's resistance toward gay relationships. But when you found love in each other's eyes, we know our love was just as strong and beautiful as anyone else's." Birds do it, bees do it, even educated fleas do it. Let's do it, let's fall in love. In Spain, the best upper sets do it. Even mentioned the finest do it. Let's do it, let's fall in love. The Dutch in old Amsterdam do it, not to mention the Finns. Folks in Siam do it. Think of Siamese twins, some Argentines without means do it. They say in Boston even beans do it. Let's do it, let's fall in love.
Isn't it amazing what love can do? But just like everything else in the world, love can be bought and sold. In fact, I've heard it is the world's oldest profession.
There once was a man named Dave who kept a dead whore in a cave. He said, "I admit, I'm a bit of a shit. But think of the money I save."
When the only sound of the empty street is the heavy tread of the heavy feet that belong to a lonesome cop, I open shop. When the moon so long has been gazing down on this wayward ways of this wayward town, and her smile becomes a smirk, I go to work. For sale, appetizing young love for sale. Pay my price to a trip to paradise, love for sale. man. I know every type of love better than a man. If you want the thrill of love, I've been through the mill of love. Oh, love, you love anything but true love. Love for sale. Appetizing young love for sale. If you want to buy my wares, follow me and climb the stairs. Love for sale. Love for sale.
I bless the day I found you. I want to stay around you, and so I beg you, let it be me. Don't take this heaven from one, girl, if you must cling to someone now and forever. Let it be me. Each time we meet, love, I find complete love. Without your sweet love, tell me, what would life be? So never leave me lonely. Just tell me you love me only, and that you'll always let it be me. Let it be me.
Well, that was kind of weird. Oh, these things happen. It's okay, I'll get there. But if you really want to hear about some weird love, try these on for size.
Very confused about sex. So he went to a shrink. But the shrink said, I think you better make mother your ex. So when this Rex turning red, said those head shrinkers would they were dead. They make such a puther because I love mother. Well, should I love mother instead? Well, how about this one? A young schizophrenic named Struther, when told of the death of his mother, said, well, that's so sad, but I can't feel too bad. After all, I still have each other.
Well, when you figured that one out, let me know. Coupled with all this strange love you've just heard about is the love that may not be love at all. Let's just call it maybe love, or just plain flirtation. Or at least it starts out that way.
Well, there's a cute little girl walking down the street, flirting with every fella that you meet. She goes smooch, smooch, smoochy woochy, smoochy. Oh, smooch, they wanna be her loving boy. Well, she's a stingy little thing, but she's mighty, mighty proud. When she passes by, the fellows whistle out aloud. She goes smooch, smooch, smoochy woochy, smoochy. Oh, smooch, they wanna be her loving boy. Well, let me be your boy now, baby, please do. I got the best of everything waiting for you. She goes smooch, smooch, smoochy woochy, smoochy. Oh, smooch, they wanna be her loving boy. She got candy cane legs, ice cream hips, but nothing is as sweet as her cherry red lips. She goes smooch, smooch, smoochy woochy, smoochy. Oh, smooch, and now I am her loving boy.
Yes, indeed. Once you've found your true love, never let him or her go. In La Vie en Rose, Edith Piaf wrote about how finding true love would make her feel like life was pink, or at least a bed of roses. So now here's another way to look at love, or a way to look away from love, as the case might be. In Bridget Jones' diary, she writes, "Can officially confirm that the way to a man's heart these days is not through beauty, sex, food, or alluringness of character, but merely the ability to not seem very interested in him." Cole Porter had something to say about that, and Danny Kaye made it famous.
Let's talk about debt.
Let's talk about dope.
Let's try to picture Paramount.
Minus Bob Hope.
Let's start a new dance. Let's start a new step.
Or let's investigate Mrs. Roosevelt's pep source.
Why not discuss, my dearie, the life of Wallace Beery? Or bring a Jeroboam on and write a drunken poem on astrology, mythology,
Geology, philology, pathology, psychology, electrophysiology.
spermology, phrenology. I owe you an apology.
But let's not talk about love. Let's speak of Lamar, the heady so fair.
Why does she let Joan Bennett wear all her hair?
If you know Garbo, then tell me this news. Is it a fact that the Navy's launched all her new shoes?
Let's check on the veracity of Barrymore's vivacity.
And why his drink capacity should get so much publicity. Let's even have a huddle over Harvard University. But let's not talk about love.
Let's wish him good luck.
Let's wish him more power. That Fiora flower. That Fiora fella, my favorite flower.
Let's get some champagne from far over the sea and drink the Sammy Goldwyn. Include me, not please.
Let's write a tune that's playable, a ditty swing and swayable, and say whatever's sayable about the Tower of Bayable. Let's cheer for the career of Itty Bitty Betty Grayable. But let's not talk about love. Let's not talk about love.
Yes, Cole Porter told it like it is, I think. And yet sometimes love can be so all-consuming that the thought of losing it could lead to deep heartache. Jacques Brel wrote of many things, but Ne me quitte pas is his masterpiece of all-consuming love. Here's Rod McEwen English language version and Jacques Brel's original French version of If You Go Away.
If you go away on this summer day, then you might as well take the sun away and all the birds that flew in the summer sky when our love was new and our hearts were high, when the day was young and the night was long and the moon stood still for the night bird's song. If you go away, if you go away, if you go away. But if you stay, I'll make you a day like no day has been or will be again. We'll sail on the sun, we'll ride on the rain, we'll talk to the trees and worship the wind. Then if you go, I'll understand. Leave me just enough love to hold in my hand. If you go away, if you go away, if you go away. Ne me quitte pas, il faut oublier, tous s'oublier, qui s'enfuit déjà. Oublier le temps des malentendus et le temps perdu, à savoir comment oublier ces heures qui tuaient parfois à coups de pourquoi le cœur de bonheur. Ne me quitte pas, ne me quitte pas, ne me quitte pas. If you go away, as I know you will, you must tell the world to stop turning till you return someday. If you ever do, for what good is love without loving you? Can I tell you now, as you walk away, I'll be dying slow till our next hello. If you go away, if you go away, if you go away. please don't go.
In some cases, as in with that last song, the plea is for your lover not to leave. But in other cases, we lament the lover having left you high and dry. Ira Gershwin and Judy Garland said it like it is in A Star Is Born.
The night is bitter, the stars have lost their glitter. The wind grows colder and suddenly you're older. And all because of the man that got away. No more his eager cause, the writings on the wall, the dreams you had have all gone away. The man that won you has run off and undone you. That great beginning has seen the final inning. Don't know what happened, it's all a crazy game. No more that all-time thrill. For you have been through the mill, and never a new love will be the same. Good riddance, goodbye. Every trick of his you're on to. But fools will be fools, and where has he gone to? The road gets rougher, it's lonelier and tougher. With hope you burn up, that suddenly he'll turn up. There's just no let up, the live long night and day. Ever since this world began, there is nothing sadder than a one-man woman looking for the man that got away. The man that got away. The man that got away.
Just because love makes the world go round, how can there be love without some problems, some disagreements, and perhaps a little humor? A silly limerick, or perhaps a song by Tom Lehrer.
That bottle of perfume that Willie sent was highly displeasing to Millicent. Her thanks were so cold, they quarreled, I'm told, about that silly scent Willie sent Millicent. I hold your hand in mine, dear. I press it to my lips. I take a healthy bite from your dainty fingertips. Very complete, dear, if you were only here. I keep your hand as a friendly souvenir. The night you died, I cut it off. I really don't know why. For now, each time I kiss it, I get bloodstains on my tie. I'm sorry now I killed you. Our love was something fine. So until they come to get me, I will hold your hand in mine.
They say true love can never grow old. In this story, we hear of a lifelong love sadly gone, but always there through love letters.
This Christmas was Barbara Shackelford's first one without her high school sweetheart, Robert, who passed away in May after 59 years of marriage. But she still felt his warmth, thanks to a special surprise from her family. The love letters she and Robert exchanged in 1962 while in college. She had no idea he kept the letters, and it really brought back a lot of memories of her early years loving him. Shackelford's granddaughter told the Today Show that it was the best gift she could ever have asked for. Love letters straight from your heart, keep us so near when apart. I'm not alone in the night when I can have all the love that you write. I memorize every line, and I kiss the name that you sign. And darling, then I read again, right from the start, love letter straight from your heart.
I was 44 years old when a tall, dark, handsome man asked me to dance. That became a new chapter of my life. 3 months of dating, and he said to me, "I love you." I was so happy. It inspired me to write him my love poems that first year we were together. 2 years after that, we were married and shared another 28 years together until he succumbed to an illness and passed away just over a year ago. So tonight, I would like to share a few of those dozen poems that I wrote him that first year. The first one being on Valentine's Day. On this day of love and romance, I want your heart to know all the love I have for you. I hope this poem will show how I've longed to tell you, my beautiful Ivar. You're everything I've wished for on that far away bright star. The kindness you have shown me since the day we met, the thoughtful things you do for me, I never will forget. Remember at the beach house when I became upset? You held me in the darkness until I at last could rest. The morning came, I thought you'd go, but you stayed and held my hand. You must have sensed I needed you as you led me across the sand. And the sun did sparkle upon the sea, and the seagulls sang their song. You opened up your heart to me and told me I belonged. That's when I saw your sweetness, the tenderness of your heart. It was at that very moment, dear, I prayed we'd never part. The happiness I'm finding wrapped in your arms at night, bring a warm and glowing feeling that makes everything seem right. And at night I lie beside you and take in the scent of you. It fills my soul with passion. I must have all of you. Several months later I wrote, sometimes as you lie sleeping, I gaze upon your face. I look with love and tenderness at the man I'll soon embrace. And as I sleep, I smile. I dream of days to be. Only you can make me happy. To my heart, you hold the key. The next month, to hear you say I love you is the sweetest sound I know. It's as rare and pure as the mountain air and as delicate as the snow. The sound drifts down upon my heart as snowflakes to the ground. Yes, my dear, to be told I'm loved is life's most precious sound. The following month, a loving smile adorns your face, even when I'm feeling blue. You offer me a hug and kiss to show your love is true. And yet at times I wonder where this love is bound. Will I be the one you cherish or become a lover's clown? 9 months of loving you and still no answers found. Thank you.
This love of mine goes on and on. Though life is empty since you have gone,
You're always on my mind, though
out of sight.
It's lonely through the day and all the night.
I cry my heart out, it's bound to break, since nothing matters, let it break.
I ask the sun and the moon, the stars above, what's to become of it, this love of mine.
Yes, love can go on and on. If we're lucky enough to find love, that is. If your love leads to marriage, you may find yourself inviting people to your 50th, 60th, or even 70th wedding anniversaries. In the Broadway musical Fanny, Harold Rome depicts a husband's unending love for his wife. We should all be so lucky.
To my wife, who flows so gently through my thoughts all day long, clean and fresh and bright, soft and strong, makes me feel like there is nothing I can't do if I tried, with my wife and son standing by. She may scold, say I eat too much, find some fault, give free advice. But a meal needs that added touch of salt and spice to be extra nice. Words won't do. There's so much I must thank her for. Where to start? How is one to say from the heart what I owe? To my critic, my partner, the flavor of my life, to my... You know, Gil, a famous Greek philosopher once said, A wife is someone who would stick by you through all the troubles you would not have had you not married her. But I don't agree. Because every night before I go to sleep, and every morning before I wake up, I raise an invisible glass to the sunlight that brightens the autumn of my life. To my wife.
And although, as you may know, love doesn't always lead to marriage, but that is the ultimate goal. So finally, on this Valentine's Day, there is a goal of true love. Please sing along with us. The words are on the back of your programs. You'll know the music.
Love and marriage, they go together like a horse and carriage. This I tell you, brother, you can't have one without the other. Love and marriage, it's an institute you can't disparage. Ask the local gentry, and they will say it's elementary. Try to separate them. It's an illusion. Try, you will only come to this conclusion. Love and marriage go together like a horse and carriage. And was told my mother, you can't have one, you can't have one, you can't have one without the other.
That's our show tonight. Thank you so much for coming. Every day is Valentine's Day if you want it to be.